Alright, this is Algebra 2 review 4.1 to 4.3. It's got quite a bit on it, but it's still going to be 2 tests, and we're not going to break it into 3. But solve by graphing. Okay, so if we're going to solve these by graphing, you just need to graph it and find where the x-intercepts are. So if they're in standard form, remember, start with your vertex at negative b over 2a. Okay, so there's a 1 right there. Negative 1 over 2 times 1. Well, that's negative 1/2. Okay, so the x value is negative 1/2. And the y value, we can just stick it in. And as always, if you have an x value to get a y value, simply plug in 1/2 into x. So, and again, to plug in a half, just plug in 1/2 squared plus 1/2, put the fractions in parentheses. Alright, and you'll get negative 6.25. So technically it's negative 1/2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So somewhere down in here. It's halfway between those. Negative 6.25 is down there somewhere. Alright, from here you just need to pick some points. Because this is so close, because it's so close to these, I wouldn't pick those because that's going to be very close. So let's pick like negative 2. Negative 2, you plug in negative 2 and you get negative 4. Okay, so this is 1/2 that way. We'll go 1/2 that way to positive 1, and you also get 4, negative 4. Alright, well that's not an intercept, so let's try negative 3. Negative 3 gives us 0. Okay, so go to 2. That also gives us 0. So let's graph it real quick. Negative 2, negative 1, 2, 3, 4. And then negative 3, 0, and positive 2, 0. And that's enough. And you get the graph that looks. So the solutions are x equals negative 3 and positive 2. Because that's where the x-intercepts are. Just graph it and find those. Okay? Pause it and try your own, but here we go. Number 2. Again, negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a. So that's negative 10, which is a positive 10, over 2 times a, which is 1. So that's positive 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Alright, so you get an x value of 5. And when I plug it in, give me a second. Alright, I plug in a 5, and I get negative 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down here to negative 9. Alright, I didn't count 9 down, I went to 10 and backed up 1. Just easier. So I got 5, 9. Let's do 4 got me negative 8. What that means that means 6 will give me negative 8. Oh, we're not there yet. 3 gives you negative 5. 3 gives you negative 5, which means 7 gives you negative 5. 2 gives you 0. There it is. 2 gives you 0. Therefore, 8 gives you 0. So let's graph this sucker real quick. Again, if we tell you to solve by graphing, we expect to see a graph. So that's at negative 8. 7, 6, 5. That's at negative 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's a 0. And you get a graph that looks something like this. And those are your intercepts. So those are your solutions. Stop it. There we go. So x equals 2 and 8. Those are your solutions. Cool.